Hello, Southern Middle School families. I am your principal, Mr. Payne, and we are very excited about the recent news that we will be able to open up schools for in-person learning. If your family chose remote, then you will still have live instruction from teachers throughout the day, and we will stay committed to delivering high quality instruction that is engaging for you and your child. If you are returning for in-person, we understand that there may be some concerns and you have anxiety, but I wanted to make sure that you know that we're taking all the proper procedures and protocols to keep your children safe. We are trying to keep class sizes down as best we can, to do our best at social distancing. We'll have procedures in place to keep kids as safe as we possibly can. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me or your child's counselors, and we'll make sure that you get that info. For now, we can't wait to see you 6th grade on March 8th, and we'll see our 7th and 8th graders back on March 15th. Go Spartans!
Hi, I'm Kaylee Hicks with Spartan News, and today I'm here with Miss Farah talking about what we should have in our backpacks this year.
Hey Spartans, it's Miss Farah, and I am here to talk to you today about what it is you should be bringing to Southern on the first day of school in your backpacks. Now remember, we are not using lockers this school year due to social distancing purposes. So you can bring a backpack to school. You will carry that backpack around with you from class to class. You can use a shoestring backpack, a backpack like this one, a messenger bag, that kind of one that goes cross-body, whatever bag you're using to bring to school to keep your things in. When you are getting that bag packed for school, okay, you want to make sure that you have your Chromebook. Make sure it's charged. If it's not charged, you can bring your charger to school, but remember students, you are the one in charge of keeping up with your charger, not your teacher's responsibility. So if you bring that charger to school, you keep up with that. Bring a folder, because there will be papers you get throughout the day, so you can keep papers together. A spiral notebook, so you have some paper to write in your classes. You really only just need one. You do not need one for every class. Now our science classes, a lot of science classes have been using their own science notebooks already. So if your science teacher is one of those teachers and you already have a science notebook, pack that science notebook. And then if you remember way back in August and we did the parades and you came to get your schedules and some books, you were given your Southern Middle School agenda. So if you can find that, pack that. If you can't find it, that is okay. Do not worry. But if you have it, pack it. And then you have 3 books if you're a 6th grader, an 8th grader, and 2 books if you're a 7th. You want to bring any math books you have, any math and vision books you have, pack those in your backpack. All 6th, 7th, and 8th graders have a closed reader for their language arts reading class. Pack a closed reader. And if you are a 6th grader and an 8th grader, you have a writing performance assessment notebook. You want to pack that and bring it with you. You also will probably want to bring with you whatever book it is that you're currently reading for enjoyment, because there will be times during the day where we might have dropped everything and read, or if there's downtime in a class because you finished early, you'll have a book to read. So pack that in your backpack so you have it as well. Lastly, just some little materials. Because of social distancing purposes and keeping everything sanitized, you have to have your own writing utensils. So make sure you have your own pencils, your own pens, and any type of coloring. Optional here, but coloring supplies. Crayons, color pencils, markers, all of those. But that you have your own things in case you have to color code something. And that's what you need to bring. You'll see it's a pretty easy stack. Throw that in your bag the night before as you're getting ready to come back for your first day of in-person school. We can't wait to see you.
Thank you, Miss Farah. I'm Kaylee Hicks with Spartan News.
Well, you're here with Spartan News. I have Miss Banks here. She's the 8th grade counselor. Now, we have not been in school for almost a year now, so we got a mixture of emotions coming into the building. How can you help combat that?
Okay, students, the number one thing I want to let you know is no matter what you're feeling, it's okay to feel it. Everybody is going to be feeling something different. A lot of people are going to be very happy. Like I'm going to be very ecstatic because I'm going to get to see all of you all. Some people will feel sad because they haven't been in the building for a year, and it's sad for them to return. Some students will feel scared, and it's okay if you are feeling afraid. Some people will feel confused because they're having a mixture of emotions. One minute you may be feeling happy, one minute you may be feeling afraid. So it's okay to have all those emotions. The number one thing to remember is not to be afraid because there are people here for you. So if you are sitting in class and you start to feel anxious, you start to feel afraid, then there's some techniques that you can use in class to make you feel a little bit more comfortable. You could sit in class and you can just maybe take one deep breath. And sometimes that helps you clear your mind. Another, if that doesn't work, try taking multiple deep breaths in a slow motion, like when you go to the doctor, take a long deep breath. You can do that in class and no one's going to know. And sometimes that helps you calm down and to clear your mind. But if you need something more, you need to talk to someone. Always try your friends. It's a great thing to do, just to talk to your friends, and sometimes it takes your mind off things. You can talk to teachers, or if you need additional help, you feel like being in the classroom, you need to get out to talk to someone. I'm here. There's also Miss Morrison, there's Miss Welch, and there's Coach A. We all four work with students, and we are very, very happy to help you any way we can. Sometimes just getting out of the classroom and finding a quiet place to sit helps a lot, and we can provide that here in the counseling office. So just a few techniques to think about, but just remember there's a lot of people here at Southern that care about you, and we are willing to help you.
All right, Ms. Banks, thank you so much. I'm Gavin Belcher, Spartan News.
Students, there are many new procedures that we must take this year. One of them is having your temperature checked each and every morning. The next is to maintain social distance. And finally, make sure you're wearing your mask at all times.
Hi, I'm Mike Tenza. I'm the Associate Principal here at Southern Middle. I'd just like to welcome you and kind of give you an idea, kind of day in the life of your kid traveling through our building when they return. We do have a brand new thermal imaging camera. Your students will walk through the front doors. Temperatures will be taken automatically as they walk through. And we'll have plenty of staff out here in the hallway to direct students. Whether they want to grab and go breakfast, they will head down to our cafeteria for the grab and go breakfast. If they choose not to have grab and go breakfast, they'll head straight down to their AL class. It's basically their homeroom academic leadership class. The signs will be up to help direct them. We also have staff in the hallway to get into their classes. Between classes, as they transition, we'll be moving in an orderly fashion with the help of staff members in the hallway to get them from class to class in a safe manner. At the end of the day, we do have some plans to direct students and exit the building in a very orderly fashion. Walkers will be dismissed first. We'll be doing car rider line, much like you did in elementary school. We're going to ask that you put your student's name in your window. We'll have a staff member come by and take that name and get that back into teachers. And so we're sending kids out in smaller groups, and hopefully this will actually speed it up, but also keep it safe for our students. And then also the bus riders will be dismissing them by bus as they approach the building. So our plan is to keep your kids safe, do it in an orderly fashion, and so that they have a great day while they're here at Southern, both at the beginning of the day, during their day, and at the end of the day as well. Classrooms will be designed where students have some social distance, the best that we can do, and we will also have desk shields. Obviously, we're wearing masks, and students will be given assigned seats in their classroom, so teachers will be able to tell where students have been sitting, contact tracing, all that kind of thing. So we're going to make this event it is safe and seamless as possible for your student. We can't wait to have you all back, and hopefully we'll be able to answer all those questions as your students return to our building.
This school year has been like no other. Despite the challenges with technology, despite the distance that has felt like the greatest of expanses, despite our distractions, we have taught and you have learned. Many of those lessons you have learned have nothing to do with what happens in a normal classroom. As we prepare for your return, Our preparations are made of more than masks, more than social distancing, and more than the partitions that will only keep us apart physically. Our preparations include hope, connection, laughter, concern, and above all, a shared experience that brings us together, a Spartan family.